Welcome back to Captain of Industry. My name is Nilaus, and we're here in the pouring rain on our beautiful little colony island. And I decided to want to start on during the rain, because usually I start during the sunny weather, but rain is actually way better because water is a little bit short, and we need so much water for our food production over here. So what are we going to do today? First of all, I'm planning to continue to make a video every week of Captain Industry as we progress into the late game, and I also stream it on a weekly basis over on Twitch TV/Nilaus, and it's usually on Monday evening, so come on and check it out and be part of the design and frustration and the death spiraling over there, so we can make nice crisp videos afterwards, which is what we're doing now. So today we will be we'll be needing to scale up. We're kind of running short on workers, and if we scale up, we're going to be needing to get more food. So it's all about sort of how do we crank up the food, and the answer, of course, is greenhouses, but greenhouses means more water, and that means more fertilizer, so we're going to need to find some way to get more fertilizer in. There are, of course, some other things that I want to do as well. Glass rocking chairs is the silliest thing in this game, but we do need some glass rocking chairs, and that's an assembler 3, so let's start by making some glass rocking chairs. Let's see if I can remember the commands in this game. There, and there. And then we, of course, change them to glass rocking chairs. Why are they glass rocking chairs? I don't know, but if you need some rocking chairs and you need majority of the it's actually almost 2/3 of it. Let's say 60% of the components of this is made of glass. Then it's a glass rocking chair for unknown reasons. Our bus is pretty good as well. I think we'll need to get wood on the bus here as well, because we're gonna need the wood in here as well. Then also, what another thing we really want to do, I don't think I want a big box of it. I think I just want a medium-sized box here. So I'll build it up here, and then that one. This is where it needs to go, and that will be a glass rocking chair. First we'll build it here, and then we'll drag it back home, and then probably build it. I guess some of this needs to be going away somewhere. I think I'll get that over here. There. That's good. We'll update that, and then we can take this out. There. And we have lots of Unity, so let's just use the Unity when we have it available. And we need to do some... What is it? It is the household goods, the IKEA. Not household appliances, but household goods. Yes. There we go. Come on. Move along. And we can probably make the other one next to it. There we go. So that's our IKEA building. I am not going to build a housing next to it, because we have the storage over here. Then on this inbound, we have glass and steel. We have that on the bus, and then we're going to get wood on the bus. So I think I'll change these wood storage locations into having like a big wood storage out here. Maybe that's actually like perfect for wood. There we go. We have a lot of ground to cover today. Where's the wood? There it is. W. We have a lot of ground to cover, so it is probably gonna need to cut some things out. I think we need to make a bigger bridge here. Yeah, let's make a bigger bridge from this one, and so we can get across it. And let's make a medium ramp. That seems like good. That's perfect. Yes, and we have to remember to build it, because then I can actually go. Ooh, no, that has to be changed as well. Yeah, because let's see. We need to get more on the bus. What do we need more on the bus? We need wood on the bus, and we need to bring this one all the way down here and then over. And there's just enough room for one more line here. That's a lot of work to get it in here, but I think that makes sense to go like this. And then it needs to be aligned to the other stuff. There, and then we can get these here. Okay, so that's a lot of belt magic that has to be done to get all that done. What I also want to do is maintenance, because I upgraded these parts and they're glorious and all, but they require maintenance too. So as soon as I activate them, I'm going to be short on maintenance too, because I'm not producing maintenance too, and things that require maintenance are just making me sad. So we'll just have to do it. Maintenance is just the bane of my existence in this game. Let me see if I get it the right way. It is... Where's the other maintenance? That's here. Does that look like the right way? Yes, it looks like the right way. They're basically the same type of buildings. So I'll be here, and then there's one space between, and that one. We'll definitely not need 3 of these, but... Oh, whoa. Look at that. It actually went into build mode instantly. And what does this one require? Mechanical parts and electronics. Again, 2 things we already have on the bus. So there's a lot of bus build here. and then I also need to drag it home. This is a pretty neat location for the waste material, so I think we'll just grab it from here and in there. I think we'll just zoom forward until this is already built. First new research after we've upgraded the builds we just designed was actually getting a maintenance statue. So I built one maintenance statue. The cool thing about this, as long as you feed it 2 natural gas or fuel gas per minute, then it'll give you -4% on your usage of maintenance, which is something we love to have. You can build more, but each have just half of the previous effect. So I think that one for 4% is absolutely amazing. Another one for 2% extra increase is also pretty good, so we'll just get that started. The third one for an extra 1% is not quite worth it. It is actually worth it, but I don't think I'll not right now. Low supply of water is a gigantic issue we have. We are actually running out of water for our power plant, which is not a great thing to run out of. It's kind of the worst thing you could run out of. So what we need to do is we need to get some new water in here. The way I want to do it, well, first of all, let's, while we're paused, because I kind of have to desperately fix that. Let's look at this one being hooked up. We got our rocking chairs, our glass rocking chairs, a whole warehouse full of it. Just be careful inside the warehouse. These definitely need to be stop, because I don't want all of these active, and we need to free up some more workers. They take 28 workers, but we just need one of these. That should definitely be enough to get going. And we then have our science. Science is upgraded. This one is producing 48. This one, each of these are consuming 24 and making 12. So that goes in here, and each of those consuming 12 and making 6. So it's 6 plus 6 is 12, and that is exactly what you need here. Each of these consume 4. So they will all be active, and then it's all about just continuing the production. The science, now we have unlocked the second to last science. There's one more science level completed to complete, but we have all of this now available that we can start researching. That means that it's up to the gold, it's the processors, it's the mega vehicles. It's really getting into the late game. So we are focusing on sausage production because we have a lot of chicken carcasses that could be turned into meat and sausage. So let's get that going. Also focusing on the food. And then also chemical plants and faster conveyors, sugar canes is also interesting. So there's a lot of things that we really want here, but I focused on getting the maintenance done first. Well, the water part has to be fixed, and I think what better way than to just grab it from here. I think that I'll be going up to level 3, I guess. And let's see, here. No, actually that's incorrect. It's up there, and then up there. And then up there, and then it goes up to this level. Do I want to go in first here? I think this is where I want it. That one, and then just nope, drag it upwards. We have to be a little bit careful about our big ship or big building. One of the excavators, they can't get under this. So we might have to do something else. Oh, look at that. I made it one off. Go back again. It apparently wants to be inside this. There. Here. Onwards. 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 I think there's a key to make it not sort of flip so you don't have to be accurate. There. And then I'll get it somewhat in here. Yep, and I'll be removing this part. Good. Let's take that out and take this one in, and then we're gonna make a pipe bouncer. Get that up here in this level. That's now here. Nope. There. And oh, what the hell are you doing? You go up there. And let's get this done. So now we're getting water in from here. It will be prioritized out here, but this one will also be flipped there. And once it actually gets in, we need to make sure that this this is still working, because this line here is not consuming very much. It's just filling up these 2 farms for the saplings. Maybe I could make do with one less sapling. Oh wow, look at that. I'm actually using, that's interesting. I probably should use the bad fertilizer here. Oh yes, let's use the bad fertilizer. That's a great idea. Awesome. Let's change this to the Organic fertilizer. There we go. I'd much rather have organic fertilizer here. And then we can crank these up a little bit. The reason I'm doing that is because I think that I have too much organic fertilizer and not enough of the level 2 fertilizer. Right, so is this one working now? It's water inbound, yeah. And then I can, is this one in here? Yes. Then I can start flipping these around. I think. Because they're really not using that much power, not much water, these ones. But I don't like the fact that this one is running out. And over here. I think it's just a matter of these pipes simply just drawing too much water. And I've disabled this part as well. I can enable one of these. We are full on the water supply, so we can manipulate this and get it over here. This is the faster speed. That's good. And this one's also coming in. Yeah. So water to our power plant is good again. It's not looking great. What about all this crap here? Copper is not good, and I think that's something I don't want to deal with right now, but... Oh, right, the reason why the copper is not good is because someone started making this, and it takes 1250 copper. Yeah. High supply of chicken carcass, that's definitely something. The water supply. Low supply of paper. How the hell did paper just get stuck? Paper. Oh, it's not stuck. It's just not requesting. There we go. Let's get the paper back in. Right. And that means we now have maintenance. We have glass rocking chairs. We have a pretty damn good supply here. We get 2.58 for supplying them with glass rocking chairs. We got good settlement quality, good health. Everything is just happy. Right. Next up, what would that be? That would be maintenance statue. Let's do greenhouses. So we're starting to work on the greenhouses. They're super expensive. And why is this oh, there we go. Upgrade and smash it in. You upgrade and smash it in. It won't last long. It takes 400 glass each. Okay, we'll upgrade as many as we can. There. And the next one. This will require a lot more water and a lot more fertilizer. But oh, okay, well, there has to be one thing that isn't getting there. So if we look at the comparison, and let's take someone that has the same recipes here. Okay, yeah, I've started mixing in fruits. They are also coming back on the bus here. Just all the way in and feeding into one more warehouse. Because the great thing about the fruit is that it lowers the demand for vegetables quite significantly. And now that we have the fruit, so yes, definitely. It is, but the fruits only work in greenhouses. So that's why we had to upgrade these to greenhouses. So now that we get fruits, a little bit at least. Yeah, we get it a little bit. So soon we'd start seeing the amount of vegetables going down or needed to go down. And then what we'll also see is that this vegetable here is... Okay, maybe we don't need to do that, but just... we're probably going to start getting more vegetables than we need in here, yes. Because they will start consuming some of the fruits. Oh, eggs are also coming in. Are eggs actually sufficient at this point? Which one is the eggs? Eggs are not sufficient. No, they're not sufficient. But that's going to help out when we get meat and sausages. We can get the meat, but we can't do the sausages because we're still researching the sausages. But I think we can sort of design a little bit of this. Just a little bit in terms of what it's going to look like. We're going to go over here by the food, and it's going to be in a food processor. So what is the idea of this? Well, the idea is that, first of all, we will take the carcass and turn it into meat. That's 30 carcass, and how many carcasses can we make? This is at... Wow, they are kind of dying here, aren't they? No, that's because I added an extra one. So if this is at 500, then it makes 10. So this one will only make at maximum 30 carcasses per second, minute, whatever, time cycle. And that means this one. So I don't think I'll need two of those, except for sort of burning through the stockpile here. Then we can just maybe do it. Then we're going to have something else. That is going to be a... Ooh, that's the one we don't have, right? We're going to have to... Here, that's also just taking excess chicken carcass and making it into food processor and then into meat trimmings. And the meat trimmings will then add flour and salt and go into the sausage production. So we're going to have one that is going to be converting it. And then another one that goes into sausage production. which we don't have. So we can't really build this at this moment. What we can do though is we can make this over so that I actually get the flour into that one and empty this warehouse. So I'm gonna take you out. And this warehouse needs to be emptied. And then it needs to be put into here. Whoa. Copy that onto that location. And that goes in here. And you go in there. Not enough fuel to refuel a vehicle. Is that really true? Or are you just killing me here? Not enough fuel. Are we getting into a fuel issue? Okay, stop that. I can't even click it. So I can't even see where it is, but there's something. Mind control tower. This keeps going. Where is that issue? Oh my god. There's something about the free fueling. Huh. Also, by the way, this one is almost getting through the mountain. And it's struggling to reach destination. Low supply of coal. Ah, the coal is bad. Okay, stuff is going on. Let's slow down a little bit and look at the problem. Okay, chicken carcass. Let's start with the easy stuff. Concrete. Just give it a boost. That's because I've just been using concrete for paving out here. So we just burned through a lot of concrete. That's easy to fix. Good. Ignore that. Chicken carcass. We know that. I'm going to be turning off this alarm because it is what it is. And then I'm going to be turning off the growth at this location. I also think I have way too many. So I'm going to be taking some of these out. And then they'll go into the other ones. Maybe like that. Yes, 350, 350, and 350. Wow, that is absolutely gorgeous. Do we want to have like a maximum? Maybe they don't want it to be over 350 because that should be enough of everything. There we go. We'll do that. But I have paused growth on all of them, so they won't continue growing, and we'll just do a little trimming here. That one, we'll just, now it's all about just fixing vehicles, or fixing warnings to figure out which ones are actually real. That one is not there anymore. Oh, yeah, okay, you can stop that. Mind control tower has no destination. Oh, hello, copper. Copper is interesting. That's actually interesting. I think we'll just make it a little bit deeper here. There. And just cut through the mountain. There we go. That should keep us happy for that one. Mind control tower has no destinations. Well, that's also pretty simple. So we'll just keep going this way. And keep going this way. It'll be a lot less of that. But maybe we could also actually go like this. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, like that. Do we think that's safe to go this way as well? So they sort of go up. Yeah, let's do that. Something like this. And then get the new area. Good. Now, there's only one thing left, and that's the non-trivial part. Why is the coal so low? The coal is so low because if we look at it, they are... oh, look at that. This is -2, but this is +2. So it's actually the fact that they are not actually digging down to the same level. They are. If I dig down to the next level, then it will actually be much easier to actually get the stuff. There we go. There. It's because they couldn't dig it when it's only at the higher level. There we go. That's good. I'm gonna take that one as well. And I think, of course, I won't fix it immediately, but it will eventually solve this coal issue as well. We're also going to be needing to move this coal, maybe make it up here and just, yeah, so to make a ramp down here. I think that's safer. Okay, see, now they go over here where there's actually lots and lots of coal in here, and instead of just digging the stone, it digs the coal. All right, well, that's good. Now we're going to wait for the sausage production, and then we can get this one built. So we now reach a big moment in the quest towards our gold mine over here, our gold island. And that is the fact that we've dug through this mountainside. So what we're going to do from now on is actually start leveling this area out here. And then using that area, and let's see, this is the digging area, yes. So you're going to be now digging this area. Come on. Digging this area. That one. And then it's going to link it over to this, which will now be the location where it needs to drop it off, which I'll then be extending out here. It will drop off. I don't want a slag. I don't want the dirt waste. I just want these two things. And then I might actually be in a position where I want to say, don't even allow it to send it over to any of these. Like everything you do must go over to this location. And this location is only allowed to drop it out here. So that means the only thing that everything we dig out here must be thrown in the ocean here. That's it. Because that means they shouldn't be going back and forth. I mean, they'll probably do it a little bit because of unknown reasons, but they shouldn't be. And the next thing is just we're waiting for the sausage production. There is something we could do while we are working on the sausage production here, or getting that sausage research done. And that is, some part needs to be in the ocean. No, you need to be in the, oh, it's that part. Collision with another cargo depot. Oh, there we go. There's a little bit of room here. So what is it we want to do here? This part is a cargo depot. We want to now look at a contract. Because, all right, I'm jumping to the conclusion. Let's go back. Here we have production of greenhouse food. We need to scale that up. So how are we scaling it up? We're going to scale it up by getting more fertilizer. That means we're going to get fertilizer going all the way from this location directly in. But we don't have enough fertilizer. Like we need more food, so we need more fertilizer. All right, cool. More fertilizer. How do we get more fertilizer? Well, the only way that I can easily see that is by scaling this one up. But how do I scale this up? Well, that means I'm going to have to get this factory working more. And it's not really working more because it gets the sour water in. But the sour water is dependent on our petrochemical factory. And the petrochemical factory has the sour water as a byproduct. But what if we need more? Because the only way to make this is, well, it's technically not the only way. Because you could do ammonia also from just hydrogen and nitrogen, but I don't have that here. But hydrogen is kind of precious and nitrogen is kind of useless. But making it from hydrogen and nitrogen to make ammonia is just, man. Since hydrogen is something we'd much rather use for other things, then I don't want to do that. We're also, by the way, in the process of transitioning, or I want to be transitioning into also using hydrogen fuel. Let's actually set that up as well. So let's see. That's a hydrogen cell fuel station. Yeah. We'll make it here. Good. All good. And there. We will not make any trucks here, but we will start working on some trucks or some of the distribution trucks will be changed. And there is a cool way to do that, by the way. We won't get into that. Well, okay, now I said it. I just get distracted from my distractions. All right, let's look at something else here. There. So the way it works is that these empty ones, these 41s, I'd like to change some of those into hydrogen vehicles. So what I can do is I can just make a new one. It doesn't even have to be anything except ghosts. So they come over here, and then I can do there, and then I can change you into a hydrogen truck, and then I'll just click you on a sign. Upgrade on a sign. Upgrade on a sign. Upgrade on a sign. Then I know that I'll get exactly 8, and I'll get exactly 8 from the right location. And once they're all sort of unassigned, oh, that's already done. This one, there. I didn't need that anyway. So that means now they have queued up 8 of these vehicles, and I know that it's part of this buffer here that will be changed into hydrogen vehicles. Great. Mechanical parts. Are you kidding me? I think that for now we can probably fix it in a better way than this, but I'll just bump you up to there. Right. What are we doing? Okay, we're looking at the input here for sour water. How do we get more sour water? Low supply of sand? I have never even thought of that. Is that because they're not mining sand? They're not focused on mining sand. So let's try and getting you focused on the sandiness here. And you on sandiness? I do have 2 of them, right? Yeah. So maybe one of them should not be focused on sand and the other one should be focused on sand. And then it'll probably be fine. It's probably also because of all the glass we use for the greenhouses. Right. Back to this one. Task at hand. What is it we want to make? We want to make more sour water. Is there an option for us to make sour water? Yes. We can export slag into sour water. Cool. We can't. So we're gonna find the location. I think it's this one. No. That one. Here it is, that one. So we need to make friends with you. So let's get 144 in here. I can build all the rest of it in the meantime. One of these and 3 of the other ones. Hey, we got sausage production. Nice. That is a loose module M. 1, 2, and 3. And we will then get... We need to get a lot of workers here. But once we get out, start loading for ship, that's important. And we got sausage production. So what we're going to do here is we are going to start filling in this slag into this location. And let's try to find a good way to do that. Maybe... That seems good, right? That seems good. Let's make it with the fast pipes. Or fast belts here. That one. And you're the only one that has to be a little bit crooked. And this will now be slag. So instead of throwing slag in the ocean, we'll simply be importing it in here as much as possible. Done loading for settlement. That means we need to send our ship out. I'm going to disable one of these since we got the what we want. And then we have enough. Send it out. And you're going to be going to... You're going to be here. Deliver cargo. We'll also need to do it one more time after that. But back to this one. Then we're going to have... It does say crude oil, but it's not. It shouldn't be. There you go. It's just assign from contract. Go to contract. We want this contract, but we can't establish it. And then we need a liquid output box here. Let me see. It's that way. This is in front of this one. Yes. And you are going to get here. Do we have a ship? No, not really. Oh, shipment delivered. And are they coming back? You're not coming back. You need to come back here. And this is now upgraded. And we needed to get to level 3 before we can establish this. Need to be level 3. So I just do the next one. That's 120. So it'll actually start loading before the ship is even back. And then I can also start loading this one. And we do have enough ships available. 4 out of 4 ships repaired and available. We're only using 1 ship, so we can easily... Oh, no, the workers. The workers. I guess we need to upgrade some housing. And once we get... Yeah, this is not really important right now. Oh, it's this ship, actually. It's the ship that needs to be paused. There we go. Done loading cargo for ship for this. There we go. And you're going to be going out and delivering cargo. So we can start that contract. Low supply of sand. Low supply of coal is a little bit of a disaster, to say the least. Couldn't you do a little bit more over here? What are these? Oh, they're just full of... They're full of junk, aren't they? Yeah, they're full of junk. It's simply the fact that this is not going through fast enough, so I need to reprocess this. Low supply of acid is expected, but it'll be fixed with the... But that's because we're using so much acid for our production up here. But that's only to fill up the buffers. Once the buffers are filled, then I think we should be fine. I will... Oh, no, there. I think I can slow it down because we have our maintenance statue done. Yay, 2 maintenance statues. Shipment delivered to that location. Let's go and send you back. And you now have this contract. I will now be able to establish this contract. There we go. And then I can go to this location. And once the ship is back, we will actually have enough workers to get it going. Look at this happiness here. Let's see. These... What are they? Oh, they don't know what they're supposed to do. Oh, not enough workers. Really? That's -1 worker. It'll be fine. The ship comes back and then I'll unload the ship. And once the ship is unloaded and... There, unload crew. Now we have tons of workers. But these do not have enough. So that's only 1 contract. So it uses 0.4 unity per month plus 0.9 per shipment. And what we now do is... You will see here, the ship, which I will unpause, is now filling up with the slag coming from this location. So now we sort of extract the slag from everywhere. Now the slag can still be dropped off in the ocean, which I want to continue to be able to do that, but I want it to be prioritized going in here. And priority 9 is higher priority than the priority for dumping it in the ocean. So they should stop dumping in the ocean as long as this one is full, or as long as it's not full, and that means we can get this going. And then we get some sour water, and we need to get the sour water back into this location so we can scale up and this one can go, and then we can get some fertilizer. Awesome. In the end, this was the design that made sense for the sausage and meat production. I would like to get these on the bus as well, but it just doesn't really make sense right now. It's going to be a lot of tinkering. So basically what I'm doing is I'm getting the salt and the flour in here. Those are the inputs. And then I'm also getting the chicken carcasses. That's where the whole thing starts. The chicken carcasses will go in and be prioritized to go into the meat production, and which will then be making meat and a little bit of trimmings. The trimmings will then continue onwards here. And then any excess meat, any excess carcass will go into this one, which will convert it into chicken carcass. Chicken carcass goes over here, and then it gets prioritized. The other one gets prioritized as well. That means all the meat trimmings we get, both from excess carcass and also from residual from the meat production, will be collected in here, and then adding some flour and some salt, and then happily making it into some sausages. And then that needs to go into location here, since we have really low production of this, and it is it's getting there, and it's a good start. So what do we see here? Now we're also seeing that the amount of eggs we need is decreasing rapidly, because we're actually getting quite a lot of extra protein, and yeah, so now we have much easier time satisfying the need for eggs, because we're also supplementing with proteins. And the tofu is also lowering the demand for tofu, which means the tofu should hopefully, is that tofu? Yes, tofu is now stacking up all the way back, which is great. There, it has a full warehouse of tofu. This is absolutely insane, and a full warehouse of soybeans. And once we have that, then we're actually in a position where any excess soybeans that gets produced will now flow onwards here, and then go into the production here to become more fertilizer and more chicken feed. So we're actually, by making this part, we're actually enabling more of our farm products to be converted into chicken feed, which will then make it easier to sustain it. So it's a little bit of a sort of self-fulfilling prophecy here, or what we can say it. So we're still getting the fertilizer in here, but I don't think the fertilizer is actually going to keep up all the way down here. So the fertilizer, you can see that's not really working. So we actually do have a little bit of a conundrum here, because you can see somehow it pushes in here, as long as we have some fertilizer coming from this location, which we don't now, but it's slowly going to slow down, then we're not consuming any of the fertilizer, this fertilizer. And it's because it's simply, when it goes in, even though this is prioritized, then we're still not really getting enough flow through. So I think that the better solution is to say the fertilizer we get from here has to go into, I don't know, like the last three, and then the good fertilizer, the fertilizer 2, will be able to go into the other ones. Here's the better fertilizer. So it's actually stacking up. What's also interesting is that our diesel is running out. I think that one of the reasons why the diesel is running out is because we are sailing this ship back and forth. Here is our ship ready to do another trip out. I've also been sailing this ship a little bit, so that could also be part of the reason why our diesel is not doing so great. And I think that it's important that we continue on our migration to hydrogen vehicles as well. And it's definitely something we want to alleviate the diesel shortage by converting to hydrogen vehicles. We could send these ones to flow on hydrogen, but I really don't want to do that, because if I use hydrogen, then hydrogen is pollution free, and I'd rather want the pollution free stuff to be inside here. Ship pollution is very low, but vehicle pollution is quite high. So if I can take this vehicle pollution and remove that, also we need to still do something about air pollution and landfill pollution even as well. We can do landfill pollution. We can just burn the stuff in the incinerator, but that's definitely going to be in another episode. We're going to see this one hopefully filling up soon. That's just one more load remaining. So as long as this one is, yeah, the slag is coming in here. So we want to see the slag coming in and then filling up the ship. So the ship goes out. Once we fill it up, then we get 440. So it's not actually that much. We're using 1080 slag, but slag would just be landfill, and we don't really need landfill. I mean, we can certainly live without the landfill here, or get it in some other ways. Why is this not filling up? It really should be. Oops. Really should be getting in here. Oh, there we go. Okay, so it goes in by grabs. So the ship is leaving, and when it comes back, we'll just see what happens when as it comes back. And so the ship has come back, and it is now slowly unloading all of the sour water. The sour water goes in here, and then it passes on to this one, which will then pass it on in this pipe, which goes all the way up here, and then it fills up this one. And of course I have a box here where I will be monitoring so that the residual from the petrochemical production will always take priority over the imported slag. So that's still the good way. I do think that this should be moved over here so that it I have a buffer before that. So yeah, I think that's the right way. Otherwise this one will actually fill up and give us a warning, which I don't want to have a warning there. So what we're seeing now is all of these are working. All of these are working, I said. There we go. Yeah, we are filling up more than we can with sour water, so the sour water can go in here, and then it can be brought all the way over to this location. And then we have actually improved our food production. Look at that. The food production is, wow, that's a weird overview. So we got better food now, and we got better maintenance. We got glass rocking chairs. We got maintenance too. We got science going. We have a lot of things that are actually working really well, and we actually have a contract that is exporting our awful slag and then making some beautiful, lovely sour water inbound. It just seems weird to import sour water, but hey, it's a really valuable material. We can also do all sorts of things here which to improve this. Right now we're just also making, the irony is here that we make some sour water and we turn some of the sour water into sulfur. Some of the sulfur becomes is in excess, and then it becomes slag, and then the slag sends back out to get more sulfur sour water. It's weird, but I think it actually makes sense, and we can see the acid is recovering easily. So now we can actually go over to this location and start actually filling these up and go like, well, maybe you actually want to go up to 120 for these, because why not? Why not indeed? If we are getting more sour water, then we can get more ammonia, and we get more ammonia, we get more fertilizer. And if we get more fertilizer, we get more food, and then food will be make us all happy. I don't know if this is actually going to work, because they will be using a mixture of tier 1 and tier 2. So all of these now get updated. There we go. So that is a good place for us to end this episode. I am continuing to streaming it, as I mentioned, on Mondays. If you want to get hold of the cool designs that are in this setup, then those are available to patron supporters. So if you are a patron supporter, you're very welcome to download the save and then take off all the blueprints. If you want these cool petrochemical or this blueprint, then you can just snap those. What we can do in the future episodes, well, we are working our way towards the gold, and we'll get there. So we'll start needing to dig into the gold. So gold will be one of the next big projects. This one is kind of stalling a little bit because most of our work is filling up here. So gold is one of the next projects. Copper needs an upgrade for sure. And then we need to make electronics, the second level electronics, which needs gold. And then we need to go into computers. And, you know, there's a lot of cool things that are still waiting for us in this game. So I hope you want to follow the series both here and on YouTube. Leave a comment below, and a like and a subscribe and all that good stuff. And I will see you guys either here or on Twitch. Until then, take care. And as always, stay effective.